Hello, it's Mr. Todd, and I'm going to teach you a little bit about doing some cool stuff on the new desktop viewer in Patchworld. It's a pretty great platform, but I know a lot of people are probably like, I don't even know what I need to do with this thing. Well, first, what you want to do, just to check it out, is to go to patchxr.com and go to the downloads page. Find the thing that works for your desktop, whether it's PC or Mac. I think there's Linux. Who knows? You go over there, you download it, and then you log in, and then you get something that looks a little bit like this. And you go up to the left where there's the three lines, which opens up a menu of options. On the left, you'll see your username. Next one is Worlds. Next is Library. And the last is Community. What we're going to do in this video is just open up a brand new world. So the way you get there is you go to where your username is. And I'm clicking that with my left mouse button. Then I'm going to go over here and press Create New World with my left mouse button. And it's going to open up this entirely gray, empty world. Not to depress you, but we need to spawn something into this place. So we're going to go up again to our menu of options, and then we're going to go to our library, which is where all the stuff that we can make and bring in are. But we're not going to do much of anything like that. We're going to go in and we're going to click the search bar down at the bottom, and then I'm going to type in shape, and the shape block is already, and if I go up and click it once, the button spawn comes up, and then I click it again, and lo and behold, a shape appears. Now, what's cool about this is it's just sitting there, and it's an actual sphere. It's not a circle, even though it looks kind of just like a circle. It's a sphere. Yeah, thank you for. Oh, it is. Doesn't say. Yeah, it's a sphere. It's just a plain old sphere. But if I right-click it, it gives me a couple of options of what to do with it. First is it says Inspect up on top. If I drag my cursor upwards all the way through to the top of that circle, it will open up an inspect menu that lets me change the shape to something else, or a different color, or different size, and all that sort of thing. If I do the same thing over here, all the way out of the circle, take that journey to the left and all the way over, it'll copy the shape. If I take my cursor and go on the other side, it will cut the shape. Now, that doesn't mean it deletes it, although it will delete it. It cuts it, puts it on the clipboard. So then if I accidentally cut it, all I got to do is hold down my right button. I'll just show you. I'll stop talking about it. Oh, cut it. If I right-click, you'll see that that option is paste, and there it is. Cut, paste. Now, if I want to do a second one, let's do a second one. Copy. There's my second one. Now, as you can see, if I'm moving around, I'm holding down my mouse button, my right mouse button, and I'm moving around. Now, if I brought in my keyboard, I'm actually could rotate around it. Get closer, get farther away, go up, look down at it. You see? Now, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Now, if I wanted to do more, what if I want to do more? Cool. What if I want to do another one? Cool. All right. Now I got 4. Now I got to show you what to do with this. First, if I want to move things around, I've got to go up here where it's the moving tool. And then with my left mouse button held down, I move these spheres. There's one there. There's one here. There's one there. There, perfect. Now look, we've got this cluster. Now I'm going to actually try to get them all together because I want to save this cluster as something. Now, I could do this with any block in the library. I could take a block. I could take a device. Now, see, a device, that's a whole other thing. A device is a collection of blocks. Now, I'm going to turn this into a device, which all it is basically something that you can refer to. Let's say you find yourself making stuff over and over again in a very similar way, and you want to refer to it instead of having to build it every single time. Well, this is a great way to do that. You take these things and you select them using the select tool. Once again, I'm clicking on my left mouse button to get it. Then I click the things in the space that I want to be a part of my group. Now, see how if I hover over that, it's lights up. If I right click it again, it gives me the option to group. So that's what I'm going to do. Group. Now, it's not just a shape, it's a group. So when I click on it, ooh, guess what? I just accidentally, I just copied the whole thing, which you could do that too. Now, if I right click this, it gives me the option, it says, here's the group. It doesn't say shape anymore, it says group. Now, if I want to go up here and say open, then I can do a couple of different things. I can save. And in here in the save, it's a little bit weird, but it goes to your library. But if you go up to your login, your username, it says please choose a name for your device. Watch this. I'll say cluster. That's what we're going to call it, cluster. Okay. Now it's clustered. Now look, it's in my assets now. It says asset saved. Edit details below. Now in my cluster, in my cluster asset page that just popped up, I can decide, I think this should be worth 3 vibes. And a vibe is just a unit of monetary. It's worth, I think it's 4 vibes, or it's like a quarter, I think. You can say, hey, for a quarter, you can have this cluster. But if I don't want to put any price on it, I can just leave it 0 and then come over here and click the published and then come down and go save. Now, anybody that looks up stuff in the library can go up here and say, okay, well, I'm over here. I want to look at featured. I want to look at published. Oh, I want to look at latest. Ooh, and guess what the latest and greatest device is? It's cluster by me. So that becomes something that everybody can see. So I hope that helps you out a little bit. This will give you some ways to be like, oh, what else is out there? And you can go down when you go to the published stuff. You can go down and go, oh, look at all this other stuff that people have brought in here. I wonder what that's like. Some of them they put prices on, some of them they didn't, and then you could just bring them in and try them out, see what happens. And one cool thing that I've learned is if you find something you really like, you can come back to this library and you can go, oh, okay, well, who else is doing stuff? And then you can pin their devices so they come up in this short list of friends that you have over here. See, I've got a list of friends under the published tab, and that's kind of a way that I can keep tabs on my friends in Patchworld and find out what they're up to. Action Dine is one of my buddies. He's got a bunch of stuff that he's been making. He always makes some cool stuff. Some stuff that's really worth the vibes, I'll tell you that much. Like, I'd pay $2 easy for this thing. 10 vibes, about $2. This thing I use all the time. Yeah, so there's stuff like that. Oaksham, another buddy. I all of Oaksham's stuff is fantastic, but blows my mind. Same with Handymanity. Every time Handymanity makes something, I'm like, I gotta get that thing. Or Leonardo, Bjork. Some cool stuff. Do you see what I mean? So you can do a lot of exploring, and there's a lot of free stuff out there. You don't have to. Not all of this is something you gotta wrestle up some vibes for. And you might be surprised if you just ask some people or ran into people who would say, hey, can you give me something for, I've even done some stuff. I've been known to do things like, okay, make me this cool thing and I'll give you 4 vibes for it. I don't know. Whatever. It's just the way things go nowadays, right? Okay, so anyways, that's what I wanted to show you. If you got any questions, let me know. I'd love to like join somebody on a session. I love Patchworld. I love it so much. And I want other people to love it as much as I do. That's just it. That's it.